Hi guys! So finally you will see motorbiking in this channel like it's supposed to be. I'm going on a test ride with this bike, the first long distance tour. We're going to Sardinia, me and a couple of friends. And I'm fully loaded, so I'm already surrounding the world. Everything is on the bike. You will see in the video, not everything works pretty well. Too loose for my bike. So we're on the way to Italy, and just wanted to show you the guys that I'm traveling with. Ronny from Austria, Angel from Germany, Lotte, I don't know where he belongs to. Freddy, you know, and Andy.
Nice hair.
So, these guys are going with me the next 7 days to Sardinia, and we're going to have a lot of fun, I guess. So stay tuned, be with us. First, let me address some words to my German viewers, because this video is in English and the following videos will be too, so I have to explain how it's going to be. Hallo Leute! So, dieses Video, das ihr jetzt seht über Sardinien, die Testtour mit dem Bike, das wird in Englisch stattfinden. Wie auch die Videos, die dann eben von der großen Tour kommen. Dazu gibt es natürlich Gründe, die habe ich ein bisschen genauer erklärt in einem anderen Video. Bitte hier oben einmal anklicken, da ist das Video verlinkt, in dem ich die genauen Beweggründe für diese englische Sprache in meinen Videos erläutere. Gebt mir eine Chance, es muss sein. Ich kann nur einmal drehen, wenn ich auf dem Motorrad sitze und fahre. Aber wie gesagt, hier einmal draufklicken, dann wisst ihr genaueres. So the place that you are seeing in the background, this is the place that I'm leaving for good. I grew up here. This is the very south of Bavaria, very close to Austrian border, not far from Switzerland. And well, I grew up here and I love it, and you can see why. This is my favorite time of the year. You can see all the yellow flowers blooming by nature, and you can see as well the snow on the mountains in the background. So we have now the last days of April, and this is how it usually looks here at that time of the year. So, but now let's get started with our journey to Sardinia. We're going on a road in Switzerland that leads us to the San Bernardino Pass. This is a street that can go above the mountain or through a tunnel. At this time of the year you choose the tunnel because there's too much snow on the mountain. And we're actually on the north side of the Alps. You see the mountain here. When we're going through that tunnel, we're coming to the south side of the Alps. That's what you see now. And as you can see on the blue sky, the weather here is much nicer. And this is what usually happens many times when you're crossing from the north to the south side of the Alps. The weather increases dramatically, so it's getting warmer. Many times it's getting much nicer. Border crossing. If you wonder why there's a border cross in Europe, because people told you in Europe there are no more borders, it's a misinformation. This is the border between Switzerland and Italy, and Switzerland has borders to each side because it's not part of the European Union. So this is the reason that you see a border crossing here, but it's not really serious. So as you can see, you just drive through. So it's pretty rare that they do serious controls. So one more thing, I need to switch back to this guy here. So like I said, this tour is a test for the equipment, and I figured out that some things do not work like I wanted it to work. So for example, the microphone in this helmet, it used to work perfectly when I tried it at home. So I was installing it, was setting the level to it. There are a lot of tutorials also on YouTube how you can do a combination of this camera, the Osmo Action 3, and a microphone in the helmet, and I was following all these instructions. It worked perfectly at home, and I was recording the whole Sardinia tour with that microphone, and it turned out the videos at home, I listened to them and they were totally too loud and scratchy, and so it didn't work like I wanted. So this is one thing I learned from this tour, some others with the equipment as well. What's happening now, I try to save the recordings, the original recordings that are okay. You might excuse some distortions in there, but most of the comments will be dubbed, so I will just do a voice over with my own voice, of course, so you have a clear audio, because for me audio is a very, very important part of the video, and I don't want to provide you with distortion and things that hurts your ears. So excuse me for that. The next videos will be in perfect audio quality like this one, and I will search another solution with a new helmet that I'm getting, so that you also hear my voice clearly and without distortion in the next videos.
It's afternoon now. We came to very nice weather, you saw already, and now we're almost in Genova. There's a small mountain chain before the coast. That's where we're going through now, parallel to the highway, which is not interesting at all. You see it down there. But this road's kind of sweet. Just have a look.
Port of Genova. It's one of the largest ports in Italy in general, because we have cruise ships coming in and going out from here, as well as a lot of ferries to Sardinia, Corsica, Africa, Spain, everywhere. And it's also an industrial port, of course. And well, we're trying to find our way through traffic to our ferry that's going to bring us to Sardinia. It's going to take 11 hours. And yeah, we're soon about to find it. Welcome to Italy. Salute. Salute. Do you guys know Murphy's Law? This is what happened here. We just reached that beautiful coastline, and I was thrilled to make some footage of that. But in that moment, this suicidal bug decided to go with us for a while in the middle of the lens. So you have this spot that covers the windscreen. I'm sorry for that, but I decided that the footage is still very nice. To the left and to the right, so just enjoy our ride at the coastline on the first day on Sardinia. So while we're riding on this beautiful coastline, it seems that I got a little bit out of attention. Something now when we're stopping here should happen that I expected to happen the first time in the sandy tracks of Baja California when I'm overseas or somewhere else in Mexico or something, but no, it happened on our first day on Sardinia. I tried to leave the bike standing with my left foot on the footrest, swinging my right leg over the pannier, but then I had in mind, oh, there's the camera attached to the back, so better get off in the normal way, and I forgot to put the gear in. And while I was leaving the bike, I figured, okay, it's rolling forward, the side stand claps in, and so that's what's happening if you don't pay attention enough. I obviously was too distracted by the beautiful landscape. I didn't put the gear in, and the bike fell off because the side stand clapped in. The good side of that, I immediately was motivated to lift up the bike by myself, because this is one of my biggest fears. Can I lift that heavy bike by myself if I don't have help? So I asked my friends to please stay away, don't help me, let me pick up the bike by myself, or at least try. We'll see what happens. I think I did pretty good. That little cover that you saw Freddy holding, yes, it dropped off my bike. It's one of the inner fairings on the front. But it's not a damage, it was just coming off, and we just clipped it back in and it was there. So what about the damages? Actually, the bike fell to the left side and was falling on the back, on the crash bar in the front, falling on the left pannier and on the handlebar. And well, here shows up what the Touratech stuff quality is. So the handlebar doesn't show any sign of damage, nothing. And the Touratech bag on the crash bar kept most of the damage away. The only thing that you see is some scratches on the Touratech pannier, but nothing to really mention, nothing serious, nothing is bended or something. So it was a very, very lucky job, and I can say I'm pretty happy that it happened, because now I know that I can lift up the bike by myself. What you have to know is the bike is fully loaded with 60 kilos of luggage, and I was really wondering, am I able to lift that bike, or am I not? And I am. So one more good thing that happened out of a bad thing. Some useful information about the island Sardinia. It's behind Creta, the second largest island in the Mediterranean Sea, with a surface of 24,000 kilometers and about 1.6 million people living on that island. Mostly they live in the towns like Cagliari, which you see here on the map on the very south. We landed on the opposite side in Porto Torres and went down the west coast to our home base, Oristano, from which we are doing our tours. This is a very small and nice city. We have a hotel here booked for 4 nights, and we're going to do our tours from this home base.
To admit, it's very interesting to follow some guys that have chosen the route. Usually I do that all by myself, but I didn't have to do any of that work. Got there, the guy in front of me, he was here already several times, and actually it looks like we're going onto a what is it called? I got high valley, high flat, I don't know, with kind of wild horses. So you see the roads are very narrow. I love it. And just look at the vegetation. It's beautiful here. A lot of flowers, white flowers. Wow, it's gorgeous. Look at that. What a view, huh? Wow. Look, white horses. So here we're coming to a small building, like a hut, that we got to know from the locals that we met there. It's like a smokehouse. So I just hope that they don't smoke the horse's meat in there. We did a photo with them. Fuck. And then I figured out that I lost my camera. Don't trust sticks of Insta360. That broke my camera, but fortunately we found it, so we decided to go on, make it safe. And this just becomes an off-road trek. Very interesting, but we didn't go that far because, just have a look what's happening to Andy in the first deep hole. Oi, oi, oi. Stopped for a little session with my camera to do some photos of the bike and some videos about my camera equipment. Thought this was a nice idea to shoot it here on the beach. Well, I thought So this is how we did the shot with the video equipment. Look at that beautiful beach. Now I'm trying to find my guys. I have no idea where they went to. Either they're swimming in the sea or they... Uh-oh. So this did not went the way I wanted. I wanted to catch up with my guys. And look what happened. Beautiful white sand. Yeah, but unfortunately, too loose for my bike. Doch geschafft. Ja, habt ihr vollkommen recht.
Sardinia. Here you see a map of our 5th day. Tell me what you think about this map. I think I'm going to use it on my tour, but only if you like it. So the following 1-2 minutes you see the videos of that day. We're crossing the inside of the country and going to the port in Olbia. On the way we see the Costa Smeralda and as well Porto Cervo, the rich people's area. From there, from Olbia, we take another ferry and have another uncomfortable night to go back to mainland on Italy, and then another 2 days back home. So, what did I learn from this journey? Well, number one, I can lift up my bike even with the baggage on. That's good. Number two, the way to attach the selfie stick of my Insta360 camera. The way I did it was wrong. That's why it broke. Number three, the bike is gorgeous. I love it, and so the main thing, all the clothes and everything, did a very, very good job in the bike. I love that so far.
You can see on the sign, it's not directly to Olbia. Wow. Guys, I can just tell you, Sardinia is a motorbiker's dream. It's amazing streets.
So here you see us coming to Porto Cervo. This obviously is not a low budget place. Unfortunately, all the yachts that you usually see here have not been present. Yeah, not so sad about that. Nice place to see. We had a quick in and a coffee and a quick out. And after this, we're going on the way to our ferry. You won't see that ferry. You saw the way to Sardinia. The way back is almost the same. We slept pretty uncomfortable on some so-called Pullman seats. Nothing to really see. What you see here now is already mainland Italy. We just left Pisa behind, and we are on the SS12, which is a beautiful road between Pisa and Modena.
12 o'clock. Somewhere between 11 and 12. As I said, like usual, we take a second coffee. Guys, you must, if you want to know how coffee has to taste, you must drink coffee in Italy. It's amazing. So we're still on the way to Modena. The weather is with us. It's nice and warm.
So we already left behind Modena and some Verona. Everything in between was not interesting, and here we found a pass road that we don't have to take. We would have had an easy way to the Lago di Garda, Lake Garda, but we wanted to do some nice tracks that we already know, and this one was very hidden. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, small, adventurous road. You see the uphill part here is already amazing. But a few corners more, and then the downhill part starts, and that's where I had so much fun. So just check out these corners and how steep it's going down here. So I would say it's about 20% of descent. And I had so much fun. The other guys too, but Freddy has had a problem because of this steepness, that his rear brake failed. So the brake liquid started to cook and he lost the brake. So we had to wait a little bit until it's cooled down, and then we could go on our way to Lake Garda. So after these few corners you have a view to the valley that we entered. That valley is in between the Lake Garda and the mountain chain that comes from the Dolomites down to Verona. In this valley a lot of wine is grown. You wouldn't believe it, in between all these mountains, but it's a very famous wine area. And here you see the road finally to Lago di Garda. This is an amazing place, very frequented by Germans and Austrians for a short time vacation. You can do all these outdoor things here, like surfing, mountain biking, of course, motorcycling. And it's very, very famous for Middle Europeans to do vacation. And since the weather is going to be not that nice on the last day, I'm finally ending that video here. If you like it, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. That really helps me for my channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Wait for the next, that will start in Vancouver for my tour around the world. Stay tuned. Your Jörg. Bye bye.